You could go a lifetime and not find a collection this good. From boxed consoles, rare video games, and action figures. This is probably one of the greatest video game hauls you've ever seen in your life. Now look, there's a G.I. Joe thing way back there.
Something wrong, he's going to pay for that.
It's a little cleanup on the...
Actually packed out here. This whole thing started from a marketplace post and a buddy of mine giving me a call on a sleepy weekday.
But yeah, I like just left his place, but I mean, I know he's got games because he's got a shed out back that has, I mean, I just saw like a whole tub of, he's got a lot of action figures. And I got some clothes, just some random action figures. I don't know anything about them. I know that's your forte.
That's controllers, AV cable stuff. Sonic.
Crazy Taxi.
Soul Calibur.
I was feeling kind of nostalgic when I was going through things, but now I'm like, I'm nostalgic, but I don't want to go and hook everything up.
So you just stored your stuff out here?
So I've been going since January. I've been going through the whole house doing a purge of everything I don't want.
Oh, there's some cool stuff. I mean, they did a great job with some of these, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you get to like Toys R Us and like, what the hell is this?
Man.
Moonstar.
This is a Silver Hawk set. You got a lot of Spawn. Transformers.
Yeah.
This is the old one. Yeah. Here's some more guys.
TurboGrafx CD.
Introducing TurboGrafx 16.
Oh, the TurboGrafx.
The arcade quality graphics are even more intense.
TurboGrafx.
This whole thing actually got back to Kohl's.
Is this up there?
That's the Master System box.
Just the box.
Oh, I have that system too.
Would you sell some of the boxes and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think I have the gun.
Oh, that's alright.
The problem is my brother's room is currently occupied mostly by 16 long boxes of comic books.
Yeah, exactly.
There's some G.I. Joe.
Or like
IDW here.
How old are those?
Sony
mini discs.
mini disc.
I wonder if they work. That'd be cool. I've never even seen one. Well, I'm kind of intrigued on these. Would you sell a mini disc player?
Yeah.
Chess Master.
Of course, I call it grass. Living room's a mess because I got a bunch of stuff that needs to be put together. I went and got some games and I took them to the self-checkout. The cords, controllers.
Here's the Dreamcast controller. Actually packed out here. This pick lasted 3 days. The first day I grabbed a bunch of box systems and video games and 4 or 5 totes of toys. I'm just gonna split this up into this video up into sections and kind of go through some things. I mean, we gotta get through the paper. Oh, that's cool. Still on card. In sections, not all at the end. I ended up getting a whole crate of NES games. I'll go over a few of the best ones. Get one of my favorite games growing up for the NES, Battletoads. Battletoads is just a classic. This is probably one of my favorite picks just for this nostalgic reason. A lot of these things I remember growing up and just reminds me of being a kid. Bart versus the Space Mutants. There's a bunch of video games that came like this without the box, but they had the game and the manual. It works out perfect for me. A few years back, I hit a house and the guy's family owned video game stores. I found boxes and boxes of box-only NES games. Just got back from a garage sale. I asked the lady if she had any video games. Look, some of them sealed. That ain't it.
whole tote.
No games were in it, no manuals, some manuals, but for the most part it was only the boxes. So it works out perfect for me finding all of these NES games with the manuals, because now I can pair it with the boxes. For instance, here's the Double Dragons, and over here, if I go over to my shelf, here's the Double Dragon. Now I can complete it. You know, maybe this is a $20 or $30 game. Now it's more like a $100 game that it's complete. But in this condition, I mean, these things are mint. It's still got the seal on it. So I can actually complete this game now. Boom. Mega Man 6, complete in box. Final Fantasy, complete in box. Vice, Project Doom, complete in box. I remember playing a lot of these games. There was some really, really good Sega CD games. This is the best Sega CD game that I got. Never played this one. Magical Popful Mail. There's a few more Sega CD games. Sonic CD, Dungeon Explorer. All in really good condition. This is probably one of the better ones. Contra 3. I think this is one of the better ones too. Indiana Jones. One of the best things that I found though, honestly, and the rarest things, was the TurboGrafx CD. Look how big this box is. Complete in box. The TurboGrafx was out in the shed. This box was in the attic.
Is that the one you just got?
Yeah, I needed the box for it. I did end up getting a few games. One of the rarer games is actually in the system right now as I was testing it out. And I ended up getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games. I'll just take you over here and look at this TurboGrafx. I left it in the case here. But here's the TurboGrafx. And actually the game that's in it right now. Actually that game that's in it right now is a really good game. Throw that over there.
This is an Atari one.
I didn't get the Atari. Set that down right there. What was this? Was that trunk you was talking about?
Is that what?
This was the trunk. Yeah. Yeah, it gets too hot. Got some a Ninja Turtle. Dude, look at these old ass bean bags.
Yeah, I didn't know what those were.
Look at it. Remember East Bay? The Barney? What is that?
I don't know. Oh, this is creepy.
I don't even know what this goes to. It says Hasbro. Where was the Earthbound located?
Dude, I don't even remember. I just remember fucking grabbing it and that shit like popped out of nowhere.
Oh shit. It's a Toys R Us bag down here. Look at this. Toys R Us. All of it's like a lot of it's like TV guides, and this is cool. This is like one of the Motu rings. A little toy box. Grab that big ass coloring book. What is that? That's cool. Battle Beast guy.
Oh shit.
Watercolor. Water or fire. That's cool. Here's the G.I. Joe file cards. All right, sir. It was fun. We'll call you tomorrow, okay? There he is. The big box boy.
It's a little cleanup on the sides, but look at this shit. Shit works too.
The Zelda. Oh, it's on right now. What's the best? What's the second best one, you think?
For the games?
As far as games.
I don't know, bro. There's a lot. Oh, yeah. Man, this one's good. Shadow Tower. From what I remember.
So you did get a few Genesis, though.
Yeah. I mean, I only got that one.
He said he rented a lot, though, too.
This one's good. I saw this one going for crazy.
What?
Like 3 Castlevania. I mean, these are all like, look at these. This is like 2 or something.
The Zelda ones.
Look. But I mean, it's clean. Everything's clean with all this. GoldenEye. Classic. Everything's been good, man. All of these.
Also got a bunch of really rare toys. Dungeons and Dragons. I think his name's Mandoom. I have no idea what this was. This is one of them Google Lensers. There was a lot of toys in there that alone by themselves were a couple $100. I like all like the knockoff type toys and stuff like that. These are probably some of my favorite ones here that I got. These dudes are too cool. Kind of like a He-Man knockoff. When I found this, I remember I picked it up and I was like, oh, I thought that was Mad Balls. But it turns out this is Mad Balls, and it is pretty rare. Froggy Flips, if you follow his channel, he made a post about this. It's a really rare piece. It had a little cap at the end of it, and you would fill it with slime and squeeze his mouth, and a bunch of slime would come out. The Battle Beast coloring book is really cool. A lot of these probably didn't survive. I mean, this thing's probably pretty rare to like a Battle Beast collector.
I got fire! I got water! Water beats fire! Battle Beast!
He did color in it. There was a big Ziploc baggie of Battle Beasts and Muscle Men. The Muscle Men were really cool. Came in these trash cans. Like I didn't even show everything. Honestly, I haven't gotten through all of the stuff. Here's another little box of games. This is mainly handheld stuff. Here's the 32X. Sits on top of the Sega Genesis. Blaster Master for the Game Boy, complete in box. Little Game Boy SP shaped like a little Nintendo. The best thing about this stuff, it was probably been in the shed for a long time or in the attic, and everything worked. Nintendo 3DS. It's a miracle. You know, when you find a little honey hole like this, you just got to jump on it. And he threw a price out for the whole lot. And he said, you know, I don't know if everything works, but that's on you. If it doesn't, if it does. And I said, I understand that, and I'll take that risk. Give me a price. And luckily, like I said, everything worked. The only thing I need to test out fully is this TurboGrafx. I can't go over everything or we'd be here all night, but there was a third day too. I took my buddy James over there because he knows way more about comic books than I do, and we just kind of got to look at them. Master of the Universe. There's number 1.
That might be a run. Yeah, it might be a run there. Check them out. You might have a little bit of run.
You want to bring them in the living room?
No, you good, brother. If you, I mean, I don't know if you want them all over the house. It won't take me long to kind of. I'm just kind of looking for titles, you know, like I see you got like this box here is G.I. Joe, Chris, but it's
a few in
the
there
new
too.
G.I. Joe. It's
Yeah.
IDW.
We didn't really do a deal on the comic books. He wanted 4,000, and he came down a little bit more. But there were 16 long boxes of comics. Most of them were early 2000s. I took him over there. He crawled around the attic and stuff too, and we had some fun up there and found a few more things.
This ain't no joke here. You learn everything you can.
I told you it's hot as hell. Now look, there's a G.I. Joe thing way back there. I see something sticking, and there's another lunchbox right here. Does it got anything in it? I mean, we gotta get through the paper. Oh, that's cool. Still on card.
Nice.
Huh.
What take it? Hey James, you earned it. Go ahead for it today. It's a time capsule, but this
Time capsule, brother, but it's burning up.
James, you got enough sweat coming down that back. The question is it worth it?
I'm on a scratch and sniff mission now for that.
Fuck that.
For my man.
I'll buy that motherfucker off the internet.
You know, it's 80 degrees outside and the attic's probably 100 degrees. James just had fun. You know, I was kind of hanging out.
It's hot, Chris.
One little mad ball next to give you an extra 5 minutes.
Yeah, there you go.
We was hoping to maybe find that scratch and sniff Earthbound book, but we didn't. It was really cool because everybody found something in that house. But overall, that collection, like I said, that only happens every so often. I was very lucky to be there and find some things and really just have a good time and be able to tell you guys, show you guys this story. Shout out to Mike for giving me a call. I ended up buying the Earthbound off of him just for the story and to be able to show you guys this and as kind of like a memory of the pick. It's got the poster that came with it. It's got the instruction manual that came with it. It's missing the scratch and sniff booklet. If anybody's got the scratch and sniff booklet and wants to hook me up, let me know. I'm trying to complete this thing. But this is what the book looks like. If you're at the bins and you run across this book, it's like a little magazine. Holler at your boy. I gotta complete the Earthbound. Maybe we'll find one. And you know, honestly, it wasn't really about the money. It was more about being able to tell this story and show this time capsule of a place. It was really cool and really fun. It made it even better that the experience got to be shared with friends too. Because my buddy James and I, we were in the backyard sorting through toys and different things and like, oh, this is this, this is this, this is that.
Might be Thundercats up there too, yeah.
James. You know, it just makes things so much more enjoyable. That's what life's about. But was this the greatest toy and video game haul ever? I can tell you, I'm still smiling about it. It was a lot of fun. And I'm gonna keep a tally of everything that I do sell. And if I feel like the price wasn't fair that I paid for everything, I will be going back and blessing that guy. But anyway, let me know, was it the greatest?